Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Genesis and Fred Camper playing Minecraft on PlayStation 4 and my Phoenix Genesis Survival World with the Natural Texture Pack. And we're back from our world travels from the far ends of the world in the Phoenix Genesis Survival Seed. And we're back at Bryce Park, or the future Bryce Park. It's still under construction. I love the way the moon's rising, and I went ahead and I added some sea lanterns on the top and bottom, kind of light the mesa spikes, custom mesa spikes up. I figure, what the heck, it's a custom biome. Do whatever I want, right? It doesn't have to look exactly like a mesa biome. So anyway, we're back here not because I wanted to show you that, but I wanted to show you the barn that I finally finished. It took me forever. I think I worked on it for like 3 days. I did a little additional landscaping to my Zen garden. Check those videos out if you haven't seen it. Also, if you haven't seen the video on the Bryce Ranger Station, also check that out where I go into detail. But I just want to show you how beautiful it looks at night, and then we'll go sleep and we'll take a peek at it during the day. And again, here it is with the Zen garden. The barn looks really nice. Let's go in and sleep, and then we can kind of take a further look at everything. So, and again, I did the hidden lighting. If you look at my previous videos, I explained how I hid the lighting under the slabs, and I think that looks really nice too. Let's go sleep. Hey, doggy. I love it. The dog's on the side, and you jump on the other side, and you get to kind of like snuggle with the dog. And my boyfriend and it was raining little cats and dogs this morning, and everybody was kind of pig piled in bed. We have 3 cats and our service dog Ray. It was fun. I love it. I don't know, some people don't like pets in the house, but my dog actually is not pet. He's a service animal. He's a signal dog for hearing impairment. But anyway, I love having a bunch of animals in the house. I just couldn't be one of these people that lived without animals. So and I grew up on a farm, so yeah, I love farms. I should have built a barn. I'm really surprised I waited so long to build a barn in Minecraft, considering how many animals occupy the world of Minecraft. But finally, better late than never. What I did with the barn is I wanted to have these mini crops. It kind of continues with the theme of the Zen garden. So we have here the pumpkins, and we have potatoes here, and then over here we have melon and carrots. I kind of wanted this to be the carrots are a little bit more orange than the potatoes, so I wanted it to kind of kind of contrast with the melons, or complement it. And see, this is a little more kind of subtle color orange, so that kind of, I thought, goes nicer with the pumpkins. And let's go in. And the barn, it was only resource intensive because of the fact, you could use glowstone instead of sea lanterns if you want to build this, because of the roof, because I actually used logs instead of planks. And I just liked the look of the logs. I wanted something really big, bulky, and kind of rustic looking. And other than that, it's pretty much just wood. That's it. It's not that intensive. After all, a little bit of glass up on top. The inside has a few more features as we'll go in. And again, this is just these are just stairs. These are upside down. These are right side up. This is all the dark oak. This is a new wood we just got in the TU-31, and this is the acacia wood, which is also a new wood we got in the TU-31. And I don't have a dark oak tree nearby here. For some reason, they're not growing in my world. I don't know why, but there's an acacia tree right there, and the leaves are going to be kind of more I don't know, dead looking in the desert, but because I'm building this in the swamp biome, they look nice and lush. I really like that. So just keep that in mind too with your acacia trees, that you can get different colored leaves depending on where you plant them, and I think that's really cool. Let's go in here and look at the barn. Oh, the reason I have this fencing, you may ask, is I have that up there so I can bring horses. I can ride the horse in and out of the barn without them, kind of suffocating or not fitting through in this area. And again, double doors are critical for luring in animals. Single doors just do not work. And a lot of times the animals will be hesitant. I've done videos in the past how you can just kind of nudge them in, give them a little push like that. Also, the lasso is great for just kind of getting those reluctant animals in. So these pens, I continued with the design of the sea lantern in here, and this is just acacia trunks down here, acacia wood, and you can count how many I did. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is the maximum. Anything bigger, they're going to despawn. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a 6 by 9. I could go 9 by 9, but the barn just wouldn't look right. I think 6 by 9 worked fine. And I used the acacia gate because I wanted it kind of easy for me to see where the gate was. Sometimes it just, with the dark oak, it just blends in. So it's just a stylistic choice. You can hold a maximum of 5 animals. I think anything after 5 and they're going to start despawning. I've had that problem before in my other world. Over here, I made a nice big window out of just regular glass. And again, this is all just grass for the animals. You could put oak or whatever you want. You can put hay for the flooring. I just like the grass. I think it kind of goes nice with the coloring of the acacia and the dark oak, and it's kind of natural. And here we got our kitty Trix. Trix was mated from my cats over at the main train station. It was Suki, my Siamese, with Merlin, my orange tabby, which are my cats in real life, and ported over here. But before I could bring Trix here, when Trix was a kitten, somehow Trix followed me. I didn't have Trix sit, and Trix ended up in a chest in my warehouse, and it took a while to figure out which chest Trix was in, but finally Trix was discovered and brought over here. Anyway, these little pots make nice doggy and kitty dishes, and we've got a dog. This is Duke. And I love having this big glass window so I can see my Zen garden. And because this is the desert and this is the swamp, you get this will rain, and which makes, of course, the garden look really lush when it gets a lot of rainfall. But this does not rain. I just think it's kind of a cool. I really like building on kind of these split biomes where one rains and one doesn't. So anyway, moving on here, I've got every color of sheep now, and I named them all. So we've got, light blue, yellow, lime, red, and this is a Jeb sheep. That's why it keeps changing color. You can see my previous tutorial on how to make one of those. And there's blue and orange. Yes, not very original. I just wanted to quickly know what color I have with the sheep. So I just kind of color coded them that way. I could have named them something else, but for this purpose, I just wanted them. These are the rest of them right here, and these are my cows, and one of them's named Milky Way. Nobody else is named. Milky Way was my floating cow over at my main train station who kind of despawned and vanished and never to be heard from again. Maybe the cow jumped over the moon or whatever, but Milky Way was gone, so I just decided to name another Milky Way. And over here we got Peter and Cottontail. Yes, they're named, but I don't want to go in there and have them escape. And those are my two desert hares. And again, the double gates are critical because they will just like hop out and escape. And it was funny because when I was building the barn, they just kind of like spawned in. Not in here, I built this pen afterwards, but they actually just spawned in with the cows, and I was like, oh, that's convenient, and they're already in my barn. I just had to relocate them. And I just wanted to go let's go out for a minute. Yeah, and we got the two over there I showed you. For the ceiling too, I just want to go, before we go back up, I just kind of made some beams here, some support beams, so it looks like the ceiling is actually, the weight is being supported. I could have used the acacia, but I just wanted to blend in because I wanted upstairs to, I didn't want it to look so clashy. It's already got a lot of different clashing colors and styles and textures, so I just wanted the ceiling to kind of blend in more. And I just kind of use these trap doors to give like a lattice effect, to kind of give it more of an open air feel, like that the barn is being ventilated while these animals kind of peeing and pooing, in real life that they would do. It kind of be a stinky barn. So I like that, having that lattice there. And coming back over here with this pen, yes, all of them are named as well. So again, I have all 16 of the different, I think there's 16. Anyway, all the different colors of the rainbow. And I did get that. That is an achievement, by the way, if you can get all the different colored dyes and you can dye all those sheep and do that. That's kind of really good. Before we go upstairs, let me go outside too. I might as well just show you the back and show you the horse stable. So this is the back of the barn. It's still very similar. And I could have made a more rounded roof, but anyway, it is what it is. I kind of flushed it out, and I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's just kind of my own unique design. But anyway, here we can get a nice little elevated view. And over here is the train line I built, and that takes me, the rail line takes me over to a nice MC village right there, so I can do some trading with some villagers, and we'll be trying to fix that up coming up in maybe the next month or two when I get around to it. So this is a little horsey stable I added here because the horse just kind of is more convenient to kind of access this way than it is in the barn. And I wanted to get all those sheep, and just too many animals showed up, so I didn't have any room. And again, this is just some purple carpeting. I just used some sea lanterns, some green clay, some grass, and this is kind of funky. I added this to my Zen garden. I wanted cactus, but I didn't want really tall cactus, so I just put some slabs on, and it kind of held them down without destroying the cactus. And I'm going to experiment with different materials you could put, but this is useful because that way you could actually make tables out of the cactus. You could make this, I don't know, fencing out of the cactus. You could do some very creative things with the cactus with different half slab blocks and maybe like even carpeting on top of them. So that's something fun. And here with the design, I kind of added more of these over here, and this kind of just comes down to the garden. So you can see the garden again, and it's all in its full glory now. And I kept the horse stable, same consistent design as everything else. Just, you know, I just put some hay though because I wanted it kind of more yellow for the horse. I think that looks nice. This is my horsey Winchester. Oh, he looks just like the one that fell through the ice. I'm so sad. I don't even, it's like, I'm going to cry in a second. We'll forget about that. At least Winchester's safe. It makes you afraid to take your horse out after what happened to my horse. It's like I don't want to take the pretty horse out and have it die. And then over here's a little work area. Again, another window so I can sit here and really take in the glory of my Zen music chill out garden. And again, there are music CDs you can play. I brought over some diamond and gold horse armor and a saddle here, and I kind of just slapped those in item frames. We got some blue orchids and your usual, you know, crafting essentials. You guys already know what all those are. And just a ladder up to the attic. And you'd think it would just be an attic with a bunch of hay bales, but I went all out. And I put a bed in here. I put a full-on level 30 enchantment table. And a lot of people think with the level 30 enchantment table that you need to kind of follow through like this and just make it too high and kind of uniform. And you actually don't. As long as you have the right amount of bookcases, it'll still reach level 30. I mean, you just get some grab a axe or a shovel or something that just is not enchanted, that could be enchanted, and then slap it in there, and it'll kind of tell you how many levels you've got it buffed out to, and you'll know whether it's level 30, and then, you know, you call it a day and you're done. So anyway, this is kind of design fits. I didn't want something kind of closing this up. I wanted this really open feel for this area. And here I made just a little table. These are just acacia wood and a little, I think that's light blue carpeting. I always forget what color. Is that light blue or cyan? That is light blue, and this is purple. And I think the light blue looks nice with the blue orchid, and see how it's got a little purple in it. And then so I use purple for kind of the placemats at the table, and you know, try to think about colors like with your flowers and how to accentuate colors. And you know, here we have something that's pretty neutral. It's, you know, basically different shades of brown, and we've got kind of gray here, and then how just kind of these little bit of color can really pop out and accentuate your environment. And it can be subtle. It doesn't have to be really like loud, you know. So anyway, that's just something I wanted to point out. And I just made these little, you know, chairs, which are just benches, and, you know, our trap doors, just put them down like that, flap them up there. And, you know, no dinner is complete without cake, candle, flowers. It's so romantic, isn't it? You know, some, you know, netherwort, and, you know, you get your brewing stand, your cauldron, just your basics, you know. And here I put acacia wood and dark oak barn designed by Phoenix Genesis Survival World with natural texture pack. pack, just so when I put the world online, people can explore it. They know, why doesn't it look that way? And, they know which texture pack. Because I'll see things like videos with Minecraft, and I'll be, wow, that's really cool. But, they don't tell you what texture pack they design with. And I think that's always important. And that's why I say it at the beginning of my video as well. Anyway, going back here, we always have anvils. That's very important. We always have furnaces that are well stocked with coal. And last but not least, this is just basically our storage room. And again, it doesn't matter how big. You've seen my giant warehouses I've done, and then smaller storage, like in the attic of the ranger station just right next door. But this is like a mid-sized storage. It's always important to label your things because they all look the same, and it gets really annoying to try to, like, oh, what's in this one? So here we got just some ores and gems, tools and weapons, colored dyes and plants, food and water, lighting and glass, rail, redstone, and mine carts, sand and sandstone, regular stone, wood, and enchanting and brewing ingredients. And because I'm really digging on the new armor stands that we just got in TU31, I just had to go ahead and slap another one of those up here. Like it's the same configuration as the Bryce one. And probably my favorite sword that I play with when I do play in non-peaceful, and this is my baby. This is my looting 2, unbreaking 3, sharpness 3, and actually this is one of my two. My other one is the looting 2, unbreaking 3, and smite 4. So those are probably my two favorite swords, and they both have different purposes. We can go over that on another time. And I was going to say the last thing that I love about this barn is its positioning, and I don't think we're going to see that right now. Actually, you know what, if I sleep we will, so let me just sleep. I really think it's important how you position your buildings and how you light. If you're going to have windows, if you're going to be on the surface, of course I build subterranean things as well, but if you're going to build something on the surface, I think position of lighting is everything, and sunrises and sunsets. And we should go over here. There's the desert. And the way this is set up, there we go. You get your nice sunrise right here, and then it's just beautiful to watch the sunset through the window too. It gets all yellow. This yellow glow kind of emanates, and we get to see my cobwebs there. The yellow glow kind of emanates through, and it's really, really, I think, very beautiful. Kind of picks up with the yellow of the hay bales right here. And again, that was the last thing I was going to say. Although the sea lanterns are very well lit, as far as lighting goes, just to be on the safe side, because these are all my my resources that took a while to gather, I did slap these torches on top of the hay bales just to be extra safe. Maybe it looks a little tacky with torches up there, but I just want to be safer than sorry, because I don't want any creeper blowing all my hard work up. Oh, and by the way, I was going to say again, this was the last thing I was going to say. I always forget things. Here we have what I said, the purple and the light blue carpet to pick up the blue orchid. And again, I kind of repeated this pattern all the way around. I can't put it here because of the these signs right here, so I just kind of made this pattern like this just to give it a little accent of color. And again, here that's a solid. I kept that one solid, and then I kind of mirrored this one the way it's mirrored over there. So it could be without carpeting. You could do wall-to-wall carpeting, kind of whatever floats your boat. But I think this kind of coloring is really nice, and also picks up with the coloring on the enchanted armor as well. Anyway, I hope you like my big barn. It was, again, my first barn I've built, and I probably will be inspired to build some more. Let me know what you think in the comments, please. And, keep enjoying Minecraft. That's all I can say. Keep being creative, and if you're creative in Minecraft, it will help you be creative in other things in life as well. Anyway, Phoenix Genesis signing